Hi there. So I bought this tripod yesterday for $20. It's a really cheap one. So it's just what I'm gonna use now when I started up this YouTube channel. I don't want to spend a ton of money on equipment if it's not gonna work out. So today I bought this for $20. It's a cheap one. You have to be careful not to break stuff. And it's got this universal attachments. Can you zoom in properly? For regular cameras or video cameras. But as I said, I'm using the cheap stuff now when I get this YouTube channel running. So I'm using my cell phone as a camera right now. So I got this for $20, and I got a universal cell phone holder with a suction cup that I removed this from the suction cup. So I was going to try to modify this so I can fit it on the tripod. That's what I'm going to do today, and what this video is going to be about. So hang in there, I'll be back. So to make this work, we need a threaded hole in this one where you can attach it to this screw to turn here. It's a shitty phone that won't focus. Well, I hope you can understand even if it's out of focus. Thread is on here. So I got my box out. First thing to do is get the thread. I don't remember what this was called now. And I used to live in the States. Man, like a thread gauge. So to make this a little bit faster, I already checked which one it is. So you take this one and you try it on the threads. Like this, until you find one that fits perfectly on the threads. And it's like I said, I already did this. So this is the one, and this is marked 20 on it, because it's this SA thread. The other gauge I have here is for metric. So this is 20, and I also used the digital caliper to check the size of this one. And it's almost 6 millimeters. Since I'm in Sweden, we use the metric system here. That's why you won't get inches. Well, I can push there and you get inches. So then I know it's almost 6 millimeters and 20 in thread count. In my box here I have one tap that is 1/4 inch by 20, and 1/4 inch is about 6.5 almost. So then I know it's this thread I need to making a threaded hole in this one. So that's going to be my next step. So I kind of wanted to use some thick plastic because this is plastic. I couldn't find anything in my garage. The depth of this one is 7 millimeters deep, and I don't have that kind of thick plastic here. So I found this metal piece, and this one is about 6.5 millimeters. That's good enough. So I'm gonna cut this so I can fit it in here, and then drill a hole in it and thread the hole, glue this in place. Plus it's gonna, when I put this one back on the holder, it's gonna hold it in place too. So I think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna start cutting this one now. Okay, so this is supposed to be 32 millimeters. Put it on almost 33 because it's better to make it too long, because then I can grind that down, than too short and I have to make a new one. So you can use the dial caliper to make a line. I locked it here so it doesn't move. Measure twice, cut once. Standard rule. So okay, so if I cut just outside that line, that's perfect. Pull it out a little bit. Tighten it. Make a sharper line, easier to see. Noisy, so I'm going to cut the sound on this one. This is why I use gloves all the time. You can touch them, even if they're a little bit hot. Easy way to change the disc. You lock it and just hit a little bit and it comes loose. The sanding on there. Lock it again and tighten it with the disc. No tools needed. see if it fits in this one. Oh. Like a glove, but it's a little bit high. So I check if it's anything in here that is against. No. So almost, it's like a millimeter high. Guess I can sand it down. As long as the lower surface is flat, this upper surface doesn't really have to be so flat. It's a 40 grid, so it's, ooh, this is hot now. So cooled it down with water. Let's see if it fits any better now. One side is okay. It's a little bit more on this side. And in the middle. Let's go cool it down again. So, let's see now. I think this is going to be perfect. And it is. Perfect. Awesome. This is one of the best tools I have. this. Tighten it, and it holds it. And then we can mark where we're gonna drill and tap. You see, there's like a guiding pin here to keep it from spinning when you tighten it, and I want that to work. So I need to measure the distance between that dial pin and the threaded screw to transfer it to this one. Goes the dialing pin, I want in this here, and then I need to measure where to drill and tap the hole here. Okay, so I measure it on the tripod, and from center to center on the screw, and the kind of the dial pin, whatever you want to call it, is 15 millimeters. So I put that on here, and because I'm hand holding the camera just now, or the phone, that's why I'm trying to make this tripod work first, so I don't have to hold the phone when I'm doing videos like this. So I'm gonna put the phone down, and with my center punch I'm gonna make a punch mark there, and we can start drilling and tapping. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the tap is 1/4 inch, which is about 6.5. So I measured on the threads here the depth in the lower valleys of this one. Turn around a little bit and get it to 547. I also measured the deep valleys on the bolt that's on the tripod, and it was about 5.5 millimeters. So I can use a 5.5 millimeter drill bit before I start tapping, and it should work. Because I don't have anything between 0.5 millimeters in the drill bits. Even if it should be maybe 5.8, I don't have a drill bit for that. So I start with a smaller drill bit. This is 3 millimeter. I already punched a mark in this one. Drill press, that's the next thing I'm buying for my garage. Then we step it up, 5.5 millimeter. battery. I always have a fully charged battery. Yeah, got a hole in it now. Take a file. Get rid of the burrs, whatever it's called. So let's see if we can tap this one, or the hole is too small. Maybe. It's kind of tight. See, if the hole is too tight, you risk of breaking your tap. And I don't have any lubrication right now because I just wanted to see if I can get it started. And it feels too tight. Man, I wish I had a 5.8 millimeter drill bit. If I make it 6, it's going to be too big of a hole to tap. I'm pretty sure. Okay, first I drilled a 6 millimeter hole in this piece, scrap piece, and threaded it with a 1/4 inch thread. But 6 millimeter was too big. It needs like 5.7, 5.8 drill bit, but I don't have that. So what I did was, I took the piece I'm going to use, and I used a round file, and I made the hole a little bit bigger, and then I threaded it with a 1/4 inch. And I have tried it on the tripod, and this one's working. So now we're going to attach it to the plastic phone holder, this one. This way. No. Sorry. This way. And I'm just going to glue it in there, because it's going to be going to be flush against this one. So the only reason I glue it in, it is so it doesn't slide this way. So I don't need much. Okay. Yeah. Mixed some JB Weld here. Man, this is the best universal glue there is. Put some under here. And on the other side. I just got a piece of plastic from an old box. Put this one in, press it down. And I'm going to put some in the corner here. That way, even if you come loose underneath, it won't slide up. Man, you get shaky on your hands when you get older. Pain in the ass. I wish you could clone people. I would clone myself. That would be perfect. There we go. Get something to hold it together. There. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to clean up my workbench. So I'll be back after this is dry, and we're going to reassemble everything and see if it's working. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. There we go. So these little tabs here that interfere a little bit with the metal bracket I put in there. So the holes doesn't really line up. So get a little knife and we'll take off half of these tabs. try it again. Perfect. Couple of screws. Turn it counterclockwise, and then you can hear it and feel it when it snaps into the old plastic threads, because this is plastic. So if you just get it in there and not hitting the old threads, you might be doing new ones and you're gonna break it, because they break the plastic. So always to put the screws back in the same threads. There it is. Got one more thing to do. Where that dial pin, whatever I called it, this hole is just a little bit too small, so we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And we do that with my Dremel. This one. Just gonna go and try it. Just a little tiny off bigger. And we're finished. And there we go. Finished product. Mobile universal holder on a tripod. Now I don't have to hold my phone anymore. And the tripod, I can still use the tripod later on when I buy a real camcorder. But I'm happy with this for now. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, please make a thumbs up and subscribe. More videos to come, different issues and things. Bye for now.